All right, Shalom. Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Shalom to the left. Now, I happen to see this video. Let me go to this one. Oh, shit up. Let me go to this. Got the nigga woman. Look at the nigga woman. All right, let me run it back. See, look, a lot of women like this, because I be coming across women like this too. They always talk about, well, I want a white man. I've actually dated women that said they try to date a white man and they realize their spirit don't go together, man. But Eve got a rule of fucking awakening. I was just, matter of fact, let me see if I can find that video on YouTube. Go back. I was looking at some random stuff on it. There was just one video they talking about. The guy was mentioning that the trains were supposed to stop in like 6 days. Now, how accurate that is, I don't know exactly. Now, I'll look further into it. I'm gonna let this play just a little bit. And this is the reason why I want to show this too, because man, people sleep, man. Damn, what that video at? Shalaka, give me a minute. That's why the scripture. Oh, here it goes. That's why the scripture say, "She that is our enemy shall see it." Because most of these women are our enemy. They're not people to my protect black women. These women don't really give a fuck about us like that. Well, now it's the paradigm shift. Everything is shifting. Now women starting to look. They realizing, damn, all this other shit ain't been working. So they've been trying to come tiptoe on the other side, and it's just going to increase as shit get worse. Once that comfort gone, they're going to look for that comfort. And like the preacher, before I play this, let me pull this precept real quick. And this is not a video based off emotion. You know, people see some of these videos and be like, oh, only men make videos like that because they can't get women. Man, look, I can show you these text messages and in this call log. That's not the issue. Let me go to this real quick. That is not the issue. The book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2. I'm going to jump around in Isaiah because this is the main points I want to touch on. It says, and a man should be as a hiding place from the wind and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. You got to think about how deep that is. You hot as fuck, ain't no shade or nothing, but you happen to come across some shade. That's real valuable at that moment because you need that. You need to cool off. You need to lower your body temperature. That's how men gonna be. Certain men, I should say. A higher place. You got FEMA troops, men running wild and they ate in 3, 4 days, grabbing women up, raping them, and doing who knows what with them. And you got those type of events happening. But a certain man that the Most High put the spirit on, is gonna be a hiding place from that. Rivers of water in the dry land. You walking through fucking Arizona, Colorado, or Texas, or one of these areas where ain't no water in sight, ain't been no rain in 3, 4 days, mouth dry as hell, and you stumble across some water. That's how valuable certain men gonna be, man. So you out here, man. Fuck these nigga women. The ones that's gonna be in order, you know, and the ones that's trying to get in order, rock a thumb to them. But the other ones that's not the man, they most of them getting wiped out with Esau anyway. That's what I said. Let me go to this person. Did not pull this video. Just in the middle. Let me see that again. Book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and know of nothing. And this woman right here, this is just an example. It's, man, look, it's a abundance of them running around. I kill, man, you can avoid them. Avoid that shit. Don't get them pregnant. None of that shit. And if you happen to get them pregnant, hey, man, pray to you how about she have try to make stuff as peaceful as possible because dwelling with certain women, man, they'll vex your spirit. A woman's supposed to be a pillar of rest, not a pillar of stress. Let me let this video play. This is soon. This is in the coming days. The day is what? 13? This is in 5 days now because I was watching this yesterday. And you know the elites passing down orders anyway. If you got discernment, and you paying attention, they want chaos so they can come in and try to bring in the order. So with that going on, hey, you women, y'all, hey, shit, cool for y'all now. Y'all can go out and party, hot girl summer, go get drunk, drink your Terramano and your Don Julio and your Douce, and go twerk on Instagram, get your lashes and shit done, and go take these trips to the Dominican Republic and get ass injections and all that shit. Hey man, once this shit get locked down, ain't gonna be none of that shit, man. Even the scriptures say men should travail like a woman with a child. So most of these pussy ass beta male niggas out here, they're gonna be fucked up too. Because they used to this same old shit and they follow the vibration of Eve. And them following that vibration instead of following your vibration Yahweh, they gonna perish. And if Eve don't come correct, she gonna perish too. Because these trains, it's gonna go into, hold on, so like I think I skipped it a little bit. It's gonna go into it. These trains, okay, I was telling the dude at my job that was bringing this truck. And I was like, you watch the news, and a lot of people don't watch the fucking news. Like, if you go around, you're doing your lessons or you're out on the highways and the byways, and you go ask certain people, hey, do you watch the news? Do you pay attention to what's going on? Man, at least 70% of people don't watch the fucking news. All this information is coming out. They don't even want to watch it. They want to play games and whatever other little folly they be into, partying and bullshit, watching the bread and circus events. They're not looking at the news and seeing what's going on that can affect their way of living. The trains shipping around all these different goods. They definitely ship around oil because certain regions they'll ship it on the train and let the trucks go pick it up, those big red trucks, and then they'll drive them to the destination they go to. So they're not shipping no oil so they can take them to certain areas. And if the truck's not getting no oil, that's double jeopardy. Ain't no shipments going out. Ain't shit getting shipped. So let me let this play. It's gonna go into the list. Hold on. And this, let me pause that. And you can go check this video out right here. And you that up just for a hot minute so you can see exactly the title and all that. And this is why, part of the reason I wanted to make this video too, because you fucking women, man, you women proud as fuck. You women give men hell. Don't need men. Niggas ain't shit. All that bullshit. This whole society was built by men. Women contributed to a degree, but not as much as men do. So don't say, oh, well, women did this and did. Fuck all that. Women did stuff too, but they still did it off the basis and the grounds of a man. No, let me go to this in the book of Isaiah. Book of Isaiah chapter 3. And that's why it's good to practice righteous acts too. All right, I wasn't going to get this one, but I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Okay, but yeah, let me jump to 9. Then I'm going to go down. It says, Book of Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 9. Yeah, you know what? Hey, man, this stuff keep jumping out to me. Silaki. This book is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 8. It says that Jerusalem is ruined. You see how people, look at her. Go back to this. She actually attractive, but mentally she unattractive. Jerusalem is ruined, man. We're supposed to be an example on the earth. Now we're a bad example on the earth. So for Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, to provoke the eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. And always have this stuff going on, different judgments going on. People be wondering, oh, why that happened to them? Oh, my baby ain't do nothing to nobody. Or why would a man do such a thing to a woman like that? And all these different judgments. Who can harm a baby? And all these different, man, look, our people be bringing that shit on themselves, man. Got to look deeper than face value. Now, in verse 10 it says, say ye to the righteous that it should be well with them, but they shall eat the fruit of their doings, and the elect is going to eat. Like the scriptures say, my servant shall eat in that day, and my servant shall drink. I'm going to get that too after I finish reading this. It says, woe unto the wicked, it should be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. As for my people, children are their oppressors, women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee call thee to earth, and destroy the way of thy paths. The Lord standeth up to plead, and standeth to judge the people. The Lord will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people, talking about the so-called elders and older people, so to speak, because they supposed to be letting people know this information right here. But they playing around talking about retirement plans and building up in Babylon and all that bullshit when this place is about to be clearly wiped the fuck out. It says, and the princes thereof, for you have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. It says, moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion and haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and missing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover the secret parts. And I just seen a woman that I actually tried to talk to recently. Well, I'll say some months ago I tried to talk to her, and she curved me, talking about I'm a great man and all this shit, but she want to focus more on her career and working her two jobs and all that bullshit. I just seen her recently, and she got that scab talking about some she don't want to have alopecia or whatever that shit called. Like, what's the lady name? Jada Pinkett Smith. And I just looked at it and I just laughed like, damn. Like, you don't use no oils or nothing, but hey, that shit ain't gonna help because the most I give you that scab, it don't matter. Once you repent for whatever you're doing, ain't no telling what she's doing. I looked at her, she barely could look me in the eyes. But she knew she had done fucked up. You know you fucked up, right? Now, verse 18 it says, in that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of the tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calves and their round ties like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets. And you know what women is talking about. You don't see Edomite women running around like this. You don't see Ishmaelite women running around like this. You don't see Moabite women running around like this. You don't see Ammonite women running around like this. It's only talking about our women. That's why you read these scriptures. You have to compare and contrast. Like, okay, who do what today? Who wears what? Who eat what? Who do what type of music? So on and so on. It says the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles and the wimples and the Christmas pins, the glasses and the fine linen, and the hoods and the veils. And it should come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, it should be stink. Instead of a girdle or rent. And this what goes on. Yeah, your women smell like black and mild, liquor and sweat, instead of smelling sweet. It said instead of a well set hair, baldness, instead of a stomach or a girding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty. Thy man shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And you're gonna see this a lot. I can these women are gonna tag along, because they're gonna see you eating, you got water, and you maneuvering, and ain't no harm coming your way. Then they're gonna want to fall in line. Then this was gonna come into play. And they may have a friend or more, or a group of these women. They run in packs. They have a whole group of friends or sisters or whatever, and want to come tag along, and they gonna join into you through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, if it's meant to be. If not, you're going to see their spirit ain't right and they ain't trying to be in order anyway. It's going to keep it moving on their ass. Verse 1, it says, in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and common to them that are escaped of Israel. And If your women was smart, you'll be trying to tag along to get you a man right now and hold on tight. Because when shit get rough, a lot of men fed up with y'all bullshit and they gonna be trying to deal with y'all. Shit, a lot of us really not trying to deal with y'all now. If y'all was acting ignorant and saying I don't cook and don't do this shit, y'all can keep it pushing. If you ain't trying to be in order and actually listen and be understanding, certain men not trying to deal with you. Let me go to this book of Isaiah, chapter 32. I'm sorry, verse 3 says, "And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken." Because right now, a lot of people don't see or hear. You tell them this, you show this, they look at you like you're talking shit. They scoff, they scorn, they think it's a joke. Okay, when that time comes, you people gonna actually want to hear. Y'all gonna want to know the name. Y'all gonna want to know these precepts. Y'all gonna want to know why certain men not being harmed and all this chaos going on, but ain't no harm coming to certain men. Y'all gonna know all this. Y'all gonna hearken to it. I said, "The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammers shall be ready to speak plainly." Like the women that be talking about, "Oh, you waiting on your sky daddy to come back." Hey man, y'all gonna be humble because Yahweh Shai is coming back. Esau keep trying to search out them stars because they trying to figure out where Yahweh Shai at. Because they know the scriptures, they know them precepts. They trying to figure out where the base at or whatever. They trying to come up and conjure up, trying to tear into a new dimension and all that shit. Well, guess what? The spiritual realm so magnificent. Words can't even really fathom how they got it structured up there all the way. You can just read these precepts and have faith that you know you understand to a certain extent. The rest of the information we need to learn, we're gonna get that later on. It says in verse 5, "A vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl shall be bountiful, for the vile person will speak violently, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord, to make envy the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail." Says the instruments also of the churl of evil, he devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak of right. But the liberal devises liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. That's why the scriptures also say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. Because a liberal man gonna be moving a certain way when this shit going on. A wicked scumbag, they gonna be trying to do whatever and con and finesse whoever just to get what they supposed to get. And they're gonna fall into their own pit. Now, let me see what else I want to get out of this. Verse 9 says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease, hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear to my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the finish shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, you women that are at ease, be troubled, you careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon the houses of joy in the joyous city. Because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the cities shall be left, the forts and the towers shall be for dens forever. The joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks, until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest. Then judgment shall dwell in the wilderness, and the righteousness remain in the fruitful field. And the work of the righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness, and assurance forever. And my people shall dwell in the peaceable habitation, and in shared dwellings, and in quiet resting place. And quiet resting places, when it shall hail, coming down on the forest, and the city shall be low in a low place. Blessed are ye that sow beside all waters, that send forth thither the feet of the ox and the ass. And see, this good part hasn't happened yet, and take place yet. So that judgment that happened before that, like I say, man, like the scriptures say as well, you women, you're gonna take hold of one man. You ones that don't like it, talking about I ain't sharing a man and all that. That's cool. You be left out here to the wolves, so to speak, to these heathens, to Esau, and you can deal with that. So let me see. I might get one more precept, and I'll end this up. Book of Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wares of Ophir. A lot of men gonna die. It's more women than men anyway. That's why 7 women gonna take hold of 1 man, because a lot of these men gonna die, a lot of women gonna die, but it's gonna be a lot of them left. And on the real, I listen to the Akin videos. We don't need the nigga woman to repopulate anyway, because we control it. We got the seed. We carry the seed. So you women be talking about you don't need no black man. No, we don't need you. Now you come correctly and be of use and be a helpmeet like you supposed to be. That's needed. All that other shit, bucking up and talking shit, that's not needed. We don't need that shit. Now, let me go. Let me get this other picture. Book of Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Behold, the better ones shall cry without. The ambassadors of peace shall weep bitterly. The highways lie waste. The wayfaring man ceaseth. He hath broken the covenant. He hath despised the cities. He regardeth no man. And hey, this shit finna get ugly, man. Just pay attention, man. Pay attention. If you listen to these videos, you see other Akin videos and all that different stuff. We're not making this just because we bored or nothing. There's other stuff we could be doing too. But the Most High put the Spirit on us to do this, to warn people to blow that trumpet. I said I was gonna get this one too. I was trying to remember. It just came back to me. All this in the book of Isaiah, man. Isaiah, hey, is unfolding right now. All these prophecies unfolding right now. This third woke kicking up. It's damn near really third woke going on right now. It just ain't reached that peak to where they start shooting them arrows. But before they actually shoot them arrows, that charagma got to be put in place like how it's supposed to be. It's through the spirit that I want to say that may piss these other nations off because they're not trying to use that. So for the U.S. to regain dominance, they got to come with some type of new form of currency, digital currency, and try to make these other nations use that shit too. And they're gonna try to back them in the corner, and that shit ain't gonna work because they got them arrows. Let me read this now in this book of Isaiah chapter 65. And when that happens, don't take it. Like I said in previous videos, if you take it, you ain't gonna make it. Just have faith and you have about Shin shot that you're gonna eat. You're gonna have a dwelling place. You're gonna be able to maneuver. You're gonna be cool. And I said, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but you should be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you should be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you should be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you should cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirits. And that's what's gonna go down, man. So I just want to bring this out. I don't want to reconcile this edifying. Call all Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Shalom to the elect.